So this script for Road Games turns up, and you read it, and what's your first reaction to it, both of you?
You start.
For me, I loved it. I really did. I saw I really liked the relationship between Jack and Veronique, and saw that as the driving force through it. And that's what attracted me to it. The love story.
And yeah, and I thought it was very well written. I thought it really kind of kept me, you know, in apnea throughout the whole like reading of it. I read it in like, you know, a second basically, and I thought it'd be really exciting to play, you know, a quite innocent character, and yeah, and I thought she was so complex and she had so many layers, and you know, growing up in the countryside, trying to kind of run away from her life, and being kind of double-sided. I don't know how much I can
Yeah, it's a difficult film to talk about when it's like
say.
this. Yeah,
You
but
can edit whatever.
did you have a clue where it was going when you were reading? I mean,
I was actually really surprised, which was good because obviously, you know, it's all about the suspense and finding out, you know, who the murderer is and what's been going on. I mean, it's also about the build-up of all this relationship between all these people and how, you know, who you can trust and you're always on your toes. And I thought that worked perfectly, even just in the reading process, you know.
Because I asked Abner how he directed you in a way, because it's about something that isn't about something until the end, if you see what I mean.
Yeah.
So I think that's must have been very tricky from your two.
Big challenge,
Well, I think for Jack, he's so infatuated with her. It was probably slightly easier for me. I'm not sure about you, but his focus on Veronique, he can't see past her. She's just a vision for him, I think.
And that was really easy for you.
Oh yeah, so easy. So for him, it's quite slightly probably easier to be distracted from what was going on around him, because it's just this white, bright light beside him, you know.
For Veronique, it was quite hard, I have to admit. It was a lot of work. I prepared before I got on set for quite a while. And of course, with a character, you try and, you know, relate to it as much as possible. So there was some parts of her I could relate to, but there was a lot I really couldn't. And you have to somehow, you know, make it familiar to yourself. So it was a lot of work. And then on set, Abner let us quite free, which was nice, and at the same time, you know, at the same time scary. But I think he just really trusted the actors, and it's quite nice to, you know, it's nice to be directed, but also like be trusted.
So no reservations about Abner making his feature debut with this. I mean, you were very comfortable.
The script is seriously one of the strongest scripts I've read, so I was really impressed with the script.
And his short movies were, I mean, he directed quite a few short movies, and I thought they were really great, and really kind of, you know, he was really on top of what he was doing,
Yeah.
very controlling.
And when we got on set as well, he was pretty calm and not a stickler on the script. If you wanted to do your own thing in a scene, he was right behind you. So no, it was very comfortable from start to finish.
Yeah, he was very open to changing whatever we wanted to change, or even like, you know, owning a sentence in a different way, because a lot of it is in French. So if Frederick and I felt like, you know, we would say it in a different way, he was very open, which doesn't happen with all directors. So
yeah, and writers too, they can be quite sometimes protective, which is fair enough. But not with Abner.
I love that aspect of the script. It's one of the reasons why I like the film so much, is the fact that the French language plays a huge plot point in it, in a way, because you don't know what's going on. No. And if you actually did understand the language, perhaps you might have cottoned on a bit sooner.
Yeah.
I think that's great. I just love that part of it. I thought it was really well done.
I hope he didn't come across too dumb.
No, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But you were typical of like somebody who wouldn't speak the language and think, oh, you know, it's obviously not that important.
Yeah.
I can't understand it anyway.
It's not.
Yeah. Yes. So what about working with Barbara? Were you familiar with Barbara's body of work? The fact that she's like a scream queen from time gone when everyone loves her.
I mean, I knew one of her movie because we talked about it from with Abner and everything, and I realized I was like, oh my god, yeah, it's her. But I didn't know, that she was such a cult.
Yeah.
Now I'm discovering it even more here. It's like Barbara everywhere. So
we went there last night to the cinema, and she was like
the godfather of that club.
And they just open up the brochure, and there's the program, and there's a full interview with her and stuff.
Yeah,
it's crazy because on set she was really sort of low key and stuff. It's nice. She didn't.
Very charming woman.
Yeah.
We're all in love with Barbara.
How would you judge her French?
I think she's such a disciplined and rigorous actress. She's so professional that even if she doesn't speak, a word of French, she doesn't speak a lot of French. She really prepared. She was more prepared than anyone before the movie. She knew all her lines. She made us feel like oh god. But yeah, a lot to learn from.
We were the unruly too.
I had
Barbara
prepared the psychology, but I didn't
more
know my lines. I feel like she knew our lines better than we knew our lines in the beginning. But so she had worked on it very much, phonetically. So I think she I don't know how her French is because I had never had a conversation with her in French, but I thought she really managed. She worked so hard on it. She was such a disciplined student that it was great for those lines.
And you must have been familiar with Frederick as well. Obviously.
I knew Frederick very. I knew he's very respected in France, and he's worked with a lot of fantastic directors. We worked with a similar director, even which gave him his first part, I think, and he's in that TV show, The Return, which is massive in France, and in François Ozon's last movie. I've always loved that actor, so I was extremely psyched to work with him.
Was it a good shoot? Did you have a good time making it? I know it was shot in England and you only did it 1 week in France, which actually surprised me. That fooled me. I didn't realise. I thought it was all actually shot there.
Yeah.
But no, you had the house here, so it was quite incredible.
Kent is gorgeous, though. I didn't know, the English countryside so well, so it was very poetic, and we had such a great time. He was young and fun,
it was great.
and it was really fun.
Seat of your pants, it was just often winging it, and that makes it a lot more exciting.
Listen, for now, thanks very much indeed.
Thank you.
It's good.
Thank you.